Squat University is simply a tool, but a much smaller tool than maybe he thinks he is.
People like Dr. Horschig need to hold themselves to a higher standard. I hate to say that.
Why does everyone hate Squat University? Well, if you've ever come across his viral fitness Instagram post, you probably already know why. But if you haven't, one of the first things you'll notice is that the majority of his top comments are comments explaining why Dr. Aaron Horschig, the owner of the account, is wrong. What makes this comment more interesting is that Dr. Aaron Horschig has a doctorate in physical therapy and is a Wall Street Journal best-selling author with 2 well-received books about fixing fitness-related injuries and squatting form. 2 topics that best describe most of Squat University's Instagram posts. So why the hate? Well, when we take a look at one of his now infamous posts, we can begin to understand why. Lifter A squats 650 pounds in training with a hip shift and a slight knee cave. Lifter B squats 500 pounds in training with great looking technique. Both are impressive, but Lifter B is more impressive. Agree or disagree? Who's more impressive to you depends on which lifting ideology you prescribe to. Lifters focus on maximizing their strength and lifts. Understand that at a certain point, form breakdown will happen. This group of lifters will say Lifter A is more impressive. Lifters focused on longevity and form, like Dr. Horschig, will say Lifter B is more impressive. I asked this question to my followers, and the same number of people who agreed disagreed. Lifter A 100%. Lifter A probably would have better form with 500 pounds since it's much below max. While Lifter B wouldn't be able to. To me, these are kind of equal. While knee cave is not great, if it's a difference in a meat of winning or not, I don't see a problem with it. In normal training though, B would probably be more appropriate. To claim Lifter B is more impressive with only the information provided rubbed the other half of the crowd the wrong way. And just like that, my search for the most moronic comment in all of strength training / rehab world is complete. You sound like someone in middle school that tries to find obscure and irrelevant ways that they are better than someone else. LOL. 650 is more impressive, dude. This is why I think this is a joke page. What would make this post even more interesting is that Dr. Horschig also agrees that Lifter A is more impressive. No doubt Lifter A is strong as hell. In competition mode, you leave it all on the platform. When pushing max level weight, sometimes technique errors occur. However, when we allow technique error to become a norm in everyday training, 2 things happen. First, we reinforce the movement pattern, making it harder and harder to fix long term. Basically, you teach your body to move in this way. Second, you increase injury risk long term. Now, is this a perfect scenario question? No. Clearly, we don't train perfectly all the time. The idea behind this post is to make you think about keeping technique quality, the most important factor in training. Why not start off the post with this information instead? Simply adding in regards to longevity would make the intent clear to the audience, avoiding a lot of criticism in the comment section. But what good would that be to the account? Instagram is more likely to spread a post with a lot of engagement, whether it's good or bad. This is how fitness influencers like the Liver King has been able to grow on the platform. You can argue that this isn't a good strategy to grow your account because a good chunk of your fan base will be people waiting to criticize any and everything you do. If you've enjoyed the video so far, I'd appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. There are many more videos like this one coming soon to the channel. Another reason why Squat University gets so much hate is the tone to which the posts are written. While the intent is to educate and inform the audience in a cool and quirky manner, usually the posts read in a condescending tone. I don't care if you squat 100 pounds or 1,000 pounds. An athlete who can't perform a controlled small single leg squat has a weak link in their movement capability that needs to be addressed. The best treatment for a sprained ankle is often movement. Wait, did you think I was going to say ice? We require basic competency in the following areas to graduate high school: math, history, reading and writing, science. Too many are missing the ability to express basic movement competency: squat, lunge, and hinge. You can't offset 10 hours of sitting every day with an hour of workout. I'm sorry, doc, but your prescription of stop lifting heavy and just rest for 3 weeks is not an acceptable solution. Can we do something that helps me fix why I got injured so I can go back to lifting? Memorize this line before you go to the doctor. The one thing that would get Squat University the most hate is his obsession with feet.
If you have extra wide feet, listen up. The way in which a lot of modern shoes are marketed today as being wide fitting doesn't always mean they're right for your foot. For example, this illustration above shows 3 different shoes.
Dr. Horshig believes that bunions and other foot deformities are caused by narrow-fitting shoes. He believes shoes today are poorly designed because they determine the size of the toe box based on the largest part of the feet. There are many theories about how human bunions develop, but the exact cause is unknown. Factors likely include inherited foot type, foot stress and injuries, deformities present at birth. Experts disagree on whether tight, high-heeled to narrow shoes cause bunions or whether footwear simply contribute to the development of bunions. Squat University will make several posts going over the dangers of narrow-fitting shoes. This wouldn't enrage the audience, but what he will do next will. The first wide-toe box weightlifting shoe is available now. Your foot functions best when the toes can spread out. So wear a shoe that allows your foot to work optimally. Makes sense. He's been criticizing the popular lifting shoes for over a year now regarding how they don't match the natural shape of our feet. He was conditioning his audience to be susceptible to the forthcoming marketing.